Let us help you reach your peak in retirement. It's time for Retirement Elevated with Sean Lee.
Hey everybody, welcome into this edition of Retirement Elevated. We're in the upside down on this podcast episode where things are back to front and upside down and all over the place. Sean and I are going to do our part as social distancing, which we usually do anyway, and we do these remotely. But today we're really doing some social distancing as Sean's on the phone and at home all hunkered down. How's it going, buddy? You doing all right?
It's good. A little stir crazy, but sometimes that's what we got to do to keep everybody safe and healthy.
Yeah,
so we'll just do our part.
Exactly. Well, let's go ahead and just address our podcast this week for what's going on. I mean, obviously there's a lot going on. So just kind of, clue us in on the state of things at Elevated Retirement Group and, just kind of how you guys are moving forward, working with clients, helping clients, anything you think we might need to know.
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. I mean, for us, we started to get the recommendations a couple weeks ago to work virtually, work remotely if you could. And then right smack dab in the middle of it, we had an earthquake. 5.7 magnitude earthquake hit us when we're recording now, is about 10 days ago.
Right.
And it's crazy. Like it's like nothing I ever experienced. We've had a whole bunch of aftershocks since then. And kind of threw our building shut down for the day. For the first time ever, we had to go into what was called our business continuity plan. So we could continue to service families, and everybody scattered and went to their homes remotely. What's happening now is that it sounds like today there's a big announcement from the governor. Sounds like we're probably going to get a shelter in place here quickly, which is fine. What we've done as a firm is really been proactive. Usually how we handle things, we want to make sure that we're a little bit ahead of the game, and we moved to complete virtual meetings last Monday. So what we did is we've sent everybody home at this point in time. We have all the technology and all the capabilities to do appointments and meetings and conversations and everything remotely. We can build plans remotely. We can continue to service the families that we represent remotely. It's been interesting. I mean, we just finally got everybody out of the office, but now we're all doing video chats with the team. It gets kind of lonely being in your own office. Right. At home with nobody around. And so we've started video chatting, and what's funny is that I'll shoot a video chat to a member of our team and they won't video chat back. Like, what are you guys doing, man? You can see me. Like, half the reason why we video chat is so we can see each other.
Because they're in their PJs, man.
So yesterday was a really sad day for me. It was opening day, Major League opening day. Obviously that didn't happen. And so I just came down here into my home office in full baseball uniform. And that's how I worked as I mourned the loss of MLB season, or the delay of it. But sometimes you just have to have a little bit of fun and do the things that you can do and keep a good focus on what's important. And my kids are here. They're homeschooled right now. My wife's here, and we're all healthy. So that's all we can ask for.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, we have to find some levity, and we have to find some things that we can latch onto. Because, you think about all these factors. You got the fear over, the illness and the virus running around, but then you have all the things that are compounding it. People aren't really meant to be cooped up at home. And then you're worried about money. Then you're worried about maybe jobs. Then you're worried about this, that, or the other. And so you start compounding all these things. You got close proximity all the time with the ones that you love, but you start to get on each other's nerves. There's a snowball effect that can happen over time. And I think that's weighing on everybody. Mm-hmm. And, so we'll see how things go. So you got the team all set. You're doing virtual meetings. So for clients that still, need to have conversations or need to, maybe have a pep talk or need to talk about, are we doing this or what are we doing, moving forward, or even, potential clients that were on the bubble, to use a little bit of a basketball term, since we don't have that. What are you doing in that respect? Are there some things that folks might need to know or, can do still to work with you guys?
Our team is really proactive. So we're constantly sending out correspondence. I know that if you're listening to the podcast, you probably are receiving our correspondence anyways, but we've changed some things up to be more proactive in this. And what we've done is, our Mike Sorrentino, we're very fortunate to have Mike as our chief investment officer here at the firm. He and I are more proactive on a daily and weekly basis with each other as far as, Mike, what are you seeing when it comes to the overall markets, the portfolios, how things are reacting? And then it's our job to communicate that out to our clients. I build plans. I'm a strategy guy, but I don't manage the money on a daily basis. And so that's why we have Mike. Mike's in it. Mike's got 20 plus years of expertise. He's very well versed in what's going on and how to wade through times like this. This isn't his first rodeo. So he and I are more proactive in getting that messaging out. Every Friday, he and I do a webinar about state of the markets for the previous week. We're sending stuff out Monday. If there's something that's wonky that happens, a 3,000 point down day, which was absurd. But then we've had, 2 or 3 2,000 point up days. That's not normal. So what our job should be to help keep emotions in check. As the markets are correcting, it's say, oh my gosh, I got to get out. But the way that we're viewing this is we call it an action-based correction, where fundamentally our economy was really strong before this happened, and it's going to recover very quickly, we believe, if people do their part. Follow the guidelines, follow the things that we're supposed to do. And if we can do that, we will see a fairly quick recovery. But I've been doing this for 20 years. I've never seen an opportunity like this, ever, where holdings are so depressed and they've corrected so much that it's such a great time to buy and go after some of that opportunity. So that's what we're doing. We're just going to be a little bit more aggressive in not necessarily the allocations, but how we react to this situation.
Well, I think that's a good point, and we'll probably do the next podcast on some of the opportunities and some things to think about. And so we'll probably wrap this one up here in just a second. But I think that's a good point to end on, Sean, talking about being proactive. What's happened has happened. The massive slide in the market was quick. We've had these incredibly massive down days. At one point we were, it was 10,000 points overall, right, from the highs of just a month ago to down to the upper 18s to back up to 20 to 19 up to 21. It's just trying to time it, jump in and out right now would just be absolutely insane to do. But you can still think about being proactive, because whether you're already retired or wanting to retire in a few years, if you're like myself, again on the bubble at 50 and you're in that pre-retirement stage, you may want to be thinking about ways you can move. Well, you should be. You may want to. You want to think about how you can still be planning for retirement. You're still going to want to have that happen, hopefully in the next few years or whatever the case is. So instead of just sitting around waiting for something to happen or being told what's being done for you by the government, whatever the case is, be proactive in your own retirement plans and setup, and let Sean and the team help you. If you need some help, reach out to them, give them a call, get on the calendar. You can do things virtually just like we're doing it on the phone. They're doing virtual meetings, web meetings, all those kinds of things that can still be done. I guess a good piece about this happening now is in 2020, we have the technology to still get a lot of things done from a business standpoint. So reach out to Sean and the team at Elevated Retirement Group at 855-50-RETIRE. That's 855-50-RETIRE. Let them know you want to talk, and they will get you scheduled and set up to do Zoom meetings or whatever it might be. You can also go online to elevatemyretirement.com. That's elevatemyretirement.com. Sean, stay safe and enjoy the baseball outfit at least.
I'm back to normal clothes.
Okay. Well, you and your son can go out and pretend to have opening day in the backyard or something like that, maybe. And
by the way, it's not an outfit. It's called a uniform.
I'm sorry. Just the
so
uniform. I do apologize. And I'll see you next time here on the podcast. Stay safe, my friend. Folks, we'll talk to you later on Retirement Elevated.
Investment advisory services offered through Elevated Capital Advisors, LLC, and SEC registered